That's so annoying.
It says here that you only have 83 followers.
That's true.
How many people are in the server again?
Not everybody
I
follows
think we should
me.
get that to 100. Damn,
Yeah,
must feel bad.
I don't really care too much. It's just like I'm kind of infamous. People don't like me. I'm too edgy, and my thoughts are too bold.
Oh, great. I clicked
Really?
back
That
on
sounds a
and
lot like Pace.
Why do I have a 30-second Genshin ad? Why?
It knows.
Why have I got to sit through this? So why do I have to suffer through an ad when your internet should be better?
Yeah, I don't, dude. I hate Twitch. It's so backwards.
This game's so bad right now. I think hackers win this game.
Yikes.
This game's like it's not going well for them.
I'm
I
too
just
busy
realised
looking at
Logan got hacked
emotes.
and Doxy wasn't even in. Wow.
Is Pepe Note not BTTV?
Look at Pepe G. It's the same thing. That's what I know it as. Pepe G. Or
Oh,
Pepo G.
And that's different. That's giving me a different one here. Let's see. Oh god, it's just giving me. Is there a search function? I felt like there used to be, but yeah, I see Peppo G now. Okay, we'll add that one.
Oh my god. You don't pass node 1, you're a fucking hacker. You pass node 1, you're a fucking hacker.
True.
You don't say anything about that, you're a fucking hacker.
You got a problem with any of this? You're a fucking hacker.
So many differing opinions that basically just everyone fucking loses at that point. Like no way fucking wins.
Appa is sad that everyone like Kurt over him. You know, I like you, Appa. You can be in the next Hackman.
Oh, this is a cool one. I'm gonna add that. It's better than the current hacking one.
Maybe I should have just done something else.
What is this? Cheer and bike. Do we want those ones?
Do you ever check to see who's watching the stream?
Sometimes.
Yeah, someone could be stream sniping right now.
Oh man, they're
They
getting
are.
so much info.
Toby's stream sniping. Look at that.
Like,
Oh.
Toby, leave the stream right now. Leave
Don't
the
bully
stream.
Toby.
You're stream sniping.
Toby, ban Lex.
How can you ban me? I'm not even on a stream.
She can still ban you. Maybe. Not because you're both
You can be banned
mods.
from
I'm
ever seeing the
offline
stream.
on Twitch. You can't ban me.
Yeah, he's aren't you a mod anyway?
I mean, if you
that's
unmod me, she can probably just
Yeah.
ban me.
So Toby just shows up to farm channel points. She has no idea what's happening.
Oh yeah, I've been a moderator for like 5 years. I've been banned at least 50 times in the span of my work.
Alright, we can
I
add
just hate
3
you
more
both of them.
BTTVs, but I'm done
Most
adding
hated
for
people
now.
on Twitch. The moderators.
No, I pay my moderators a good sum. 50 cents for at least a month's work.
1% of sub revenue goes towards my mods.
I hate that.
Yeah, I'm pretty humble to a streamer.
I reward my mods for good service every year with a tier 3 sub.
I got given my famous papaya emotes. My Pepe's. And Doges. I think it's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. I was going to tell you to add Hacker Man's, but looks like you already did.
Yeah, that one's way better than the normal hacker one. I just need to pop
Cross
off.
is popping off, I think. But this is only the case if
I think it's still loading it to the channel, so you'll have to give it more time. But
Yeah. But
It'll-
on the
it'll
BTV
get there.
website, I see that your channel just added it, so it should
yeah,
be fine.
Monka gun, Monka shoot. What the fuck?
who the fuck is Monka?
This big Monka.
Is that a streamer?
No, it's the Monka S.
No, Monka is like yeah, the frog.
Yeah, they're like worried frog. Like, oh god, you're gonna get canceled.
That's what Monka S means.
I mean, that's kind of the not that, but it's like, oh shit, why'd they say that? Nervous.
Yeah, basically all the facial expressions are in there.
Why is there a Monka gun?
Because that's like, are you sure about you saying this? I don't know
Yeah,
about
it's
this, buddy.
expanded now, so
Yeah.
Monka gun is gunpoint.
So when someone on a stream says the N-word and then the chat's like Monka S or something, right?
Yeah, they Monka
Yeah.
S and Monka gun. That's what they spam. And then they
Monka Rick.
and Kamambra. They gotta spam that one too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Monka TOS.
And also Monka TOS.
Yeah, Monka TOS. Yep.
And when you play some copyright music, it's Monka DMCA.
This Twitch culture is really strange.
You've been D-rad.
Okay, so Evan propped right side, then he passed. What do you think about that?
He likes red side, but he's not
hacker.
sold on it yet.
I don't know. Cross says, why were you rushing this node? But it has not been rushed. Many times.
Yeah, this has been a sweet long node so far.
Yeah, I missed half of it because
Both Evan and Joel
Same.
like right side.
So they're probably gonna do right side, and then it's probably
Wow,
gonna get
yeah,
hacked.
Three people like right side. Well, you never know. It might just be right side. You know, if 3 people like it, the probability of it getting hacked is way lower than if 1 or 2 people are unsure about it.
That is true. Ooh, Cross wants to do anti. Let's go.
I think the ones that said they're agents are probably the hackers.
So node one's a double.
It's a double.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Oh, hi, Alp. He's fucking deafened the server.
Oh, we can fix that.
Has that been
Is that since his
fucking
last
he-
game? Probably. Hey, now you
He
can
just doesn't
hear
wanna- He
him.
just doesn't want to hear us. He just hears.
No, he requested to be permanently server deafened.
Oh my god.
How you doing, Alvin?
Who was in one?
Node 1 was Kurt and
So
Appa by Kurt.
Okay.
I just don't want it to be cross and up. Cross and up just
I-
feels a bit.
I
meh.
literally just realized Doxy was not
Feels a bit
even.
underwhelming.
What? Doxy's not agent?
Wait, Doxy's an agent? What do you mean, Alvin?
I mean, he.
Yeah, Doxy's agent on my screen.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I guess
He's
he's.
an admin.
Yeah, he's Mr. Admin. Don't you see the screen? It says Mr. Admin.
No, I'm watching on Discord.
Yeah, they
He's on
added
my
admin to default game mode.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, why are we not playing 5
You know
man
what?
lane?
Honestly,
5-man
Yeah,
mainframe, let's go.
You know what I think? I think in quick play, once some people accept the 7 and 8 man queues, it should automatically switch to blind hackers for 7 and 8,
Yes.
and then normal for 5 and 6. I think that will just that will make people want to play the 7 and 8 man instead of always roughing them. And
It'll
having
switch
to
to
wait for the next
mainframe
game.
actually.
Well,
I can be down with
mainframe
blind
or
hackers.
blind hackers.
I think 6
Yeah,
should
I
be
feel like,
blind. 6 should be blind. I think 7, 8 should be mainframe.
Really?
Yeah.
I find 6-man normal quite doable as agent.
Oh, yeah, it's very agent-sided. That's why you turn it into blind.
It's heavily
Hmm.
probability-wise
Because like 6-man mainframe is the worst game mode in this game because
6-man
agents
mainframe is fun.
agents
about-
just bully hackers. It's disgusting.
No, you just get to bully one person.
Or yeah, you get to bully the admin. Either way.
No, you get to bully whoever has hammer because you just keep passing it to them, and then if someone else passes away from them, you get to question them and say why you do this. Why you prevent the bully circle?
I think Kurt's already won the game.
What?
Now, why did Evan not prop? They're passing.
Because he's
much.
still not. He's not sold on right side. He favors it, but he's not sold on it yet.
He isn't
Well, what else
jumping
is he
the gun.
considering?
He might be considering Cross's ante, maybe. I don't know if he said it or not.
Yeah, they really should be believing right now that no one's like could be a double. Because of everything that's happened.
What
Oh, he's been saying he doesn't want to leave Hammer on Node 1. Thank you, Mikey. The real commentator there.
Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I don't know if he feels it strongly, but he did suggest it already.
Hi, John.
Hello, John.
Everyone's spying on here.
John, why are you here? Leave.
Bully.
A commentator.
Okay, but this is Nasty Sims channel.
Really? You're a commentator? Why didn't you show up on time?
And also, why don't you go to your own team's channel?
Yeah, but this is the one that has streams.
No, shouldn't you be telling me that too, Alvin?
Yeah,
Besides,
he
I
should
don't
be.
cheat.
Like,
Wait,
That's a good joke, John.
hypocrite?
That's a good
wait
joke.
a second. Leximus, you're actually on. Oh, you are on a team. That's right. Get out.
fucking dumb.
He thought Lex was on his team.
Get
Yeah.
Get absolutely fucked, dude.
I didn't think Lex
Yeah,
was
you
on
don't
it.
even pay attention to this tournament, dude. Get out of
didn't think
here.
Lex
Get
was
out. My God.
I don't worry, that
Toxic.
happened to other channels.
Jesus.
I happen to other channels all the time. Plus, I wasn't on time here because I had a test, so I always pop in.
How'd the test go?
I don't know. It's not graded yet.
But how'd you feel? Did you feel like you did good, or did you feel like you shit the bed?
Better than the last time I took a test for this class.
And that's a good sign.
Feel a little better knowing that I have extra credit for the quiz section coming this week, so.
I just threw a prop out there because that's what I think agents should do.
I kind of like that.
I mean,
I kind of like that. I actually really do.
The problem is like people are gonna assess him if he doesn't have any reasoning beyond that, because otherwise it's just like, oh, you're just trying to fit in. Well, if you don't have any reasoning for it, then what's even the point?
Oh, by the way, what was then one? I forgot to ask.
Kurt Nappa by Kurt. I think last time I said by Appa. I just wanted to say Appa twice, but I was lying.
No,
It was Kurt.
You said Kurt. You said
Oh,
Kurt.
okay. I just like saying Appa. Yep, yep. Yep, you know it.
In sync.
Why would Appa say that?
No, you say that to Appa to get him to start flying.
Look,
Yeah,
here's the thing. Sorry to interrupt, but here's the thing about Evan not propping. If he refuses to prop this node, and these are indeed all agents, then agents can't get a secured node N2, right? Because Cross and Apple are just going to keep on passing, right? They're going to pass off of the people that are propping correctly. So when these three people all want the same node for this many passes, you know, you have to put it through. That's just my opinion.
The only problem with that is if Kurt is a hacker and then he gets control of node 2, and then you can just.
Or Evan or Joel can be hackers, but the thing is three people like the node, and
Who's playing in this game?
It's Flora, Cass, Doxy, and Jason. And then one more I didn't see.
let's just say hypothetically, right side is all agents, right?
This game
If
is
Evan, so if right side is all agents, Evan has to prop. But if Evan refuses to prop all game because
That should be a
Then,
sign
you know,
that that isn't all agents, or.
well, maybe Evan's just a stupid agent, or maybe Evan doesn't understand that
But, well, the
he
thing is,
needs to prop here.
you know, the thing is, though, Kurt with Kurt being an N1 though, would you want Hammer back on a hacked N1?
Well, I mean, he's shown his prop, and his prop is the same as your prop. So,
I don't have a prop.
well, Kurt has the same prop as Joel and Evan, and they've been shouting that prop for, I don't know, 5 go-arounds now, and it's at a standstill. So someone's going to have to prop. I think Evan has to be the one to prop.
Because the thing is here, Evan's not getting Hammer from Appa. That's going to be his prop, obviously.
Right, and then especially if Evan's propping correctly, there's no way Cross and Appa are going to leave Hammer on right side, so they're just going to keep on passing. And then if Evan keeps on passing as well, Hammer's going to be forced onto Cross or Appa. I think the correct play here, if 3 people like a node, you have to keep things going. Evan has to prop here in order to get anything done. Otherwise, it's just going to keep on passing. Right?
Well, the impasse is if Cross is agent, then he can see Appa as agent. Right side, all things Appa is hacking. So
Right,
if right
and
side goes through and Cross is agent, then he can still see Appa as agent, which is why he really despises this, and then he's left with the shit in the 3.
And I guess it is possible that Kurt and Joel could be a team, and that's why they're both, ganging up. Hey, we want this prop, and they're kind of maybe like sheeping Evan into propping this as well. Is that a little bit too obvious though? I don't know.
I feel like Kurt Evan is a very strong at the moment. Evan Appa is an interesting idea, which I sort of kind of want to entertain, but I don't want to.
Like, how active is Appa been as a player?
I'd say he's been equal with Kurt so far. I don't think
I'm just
nobody's
saying.
really been dead this game, which is really good.
I don't know if I like
at the
that.
beginning a little bit.
I don't know, something about the way Evan said that, I mean, I get it, but
Yeah.
I don't know, something about that seems a little scummy.
Okay, listen. Hypothetically, if right side's all agents and Evan refuses to leave Hammer on Kurt, right side is not going to get propped, right?
Right side can't be all agents though because everyone is alive. The thing is, like, every single.
Well, that's not true.
Every single.
If everyone's alive, then no prop's the correct prop, by what you're saying.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. I feel like right side, no matter what in this game, unless they got a right prop that isn't right side, then right prop's going to be propped eventually, I feel like.
Right, but it's better sooner than later. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
But it's probably worth to go through what's not going to go here, right? So top's not going to happen. So top's out. So one of Appa or Evan gets into node 2.
What is Cross like? Does Cross still like Anti here?
Cross is torn between Anti and leaving Kurt and Evan out. That's the whole premise, that if Cross is agent, he can still see Appa as agent. And Cross Appa at the moment feels a bit weak, considering the right side is thinking right.
Well, Cross Appa is a likely pair just because Kurt, Joel, and Evan all like the same prop. If like 3 agents, hypothetically speaking, if there are 3 agents, if 3 agents all arrive at the same prop, then that's like a sign that that prop is good. Even if 2 agents, even if 2 agents arrive at the same prop and you don't know, like the 3rd agent is like a 50-50, right? It's more likely to be secured than hacked. If they all like the same prop.
So Cross wants.
Okay.
I've always been told if both people in node 1 immediately say it's not a double, don't anti, then they're usually telling the truth. What do you guys think about that?
I think one of them's a hacker and it's trying to.
Yeah.
I find the same thing. Whenever there's one hacker in N1, they say don't do anti here, right? they beg not to do anti, and then if anti's goes through, then they're seen as agent. And if anti doesn't go through, then I don't know.
because I tried that strat myself like before in a game, and I ended up losing quickly. Like it was funny. Like I did like the double hack on N1 trick, and then like people immediately, the agents immediately were just like, "Hey, let's try anti." And I'm like,
Did you and your partner both say it though? Were you both like, don't do anti?
it was mostly me. My partner kind of just kind of sat back a little. And to be fair, they didn't do anti at first. It was like, I think N4 they did anti.
Okay, nice.
Can't remember. That was
Cross-
a long time ago.
Cross is propping this rotation.
But it should end up on Joel because Joel's in everyone's props, so Joel should
Yeah.
get this handle.
Unless Appa decides to leave it on Evan, though.
I mean,
Well,
Appa
he
knows
knows he's
Evan's not
going
propping
right.
him, so why would he do that?
Oh, interesting thing that Joel just said there.
But the thing is, if he leaves it on him and then he puts right and it hacks, then. But Joel's going to do right anyway, so the prop's not going to change regardless if it's Evan or Joel.
What do you think Appa does? Does Appa proper pass?
Appa passes.
I think Appa leaves it.
Well,
Yeah, I
Appa's
think
not going
he-
to be in the node either way, right?
Yeah, but I think if Appa's an agent, he passes. If he's a hacker, he just leaves it on Evan. I think this goes a long way to deciding if Appa's an agent or a... I think if he's an agent, he
Timer.
passes.
Cross passed.
Wait, didn't Cross say he was proposing this rotation?
Yeah.
He said he wanted to see responses.
Oh, what a weird bait.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go take a nap. See you guys.
All right.
Whenever I wake
See
up.
you in 40 minutes when we're on node 3.
Yeah.
You think we're getting off node 2?
Oh, in 40 minutes we will be, but yeah, it's going to take about that long at this pace.
The only problem with this
We've
is
been
that
on this
Appa's the
node for
only
almost
one
20
who doesn't
minutes
put Joel
now.
in.
They're at 2 out of 5.
It's not quite as long as that one.
Everyone's putting Joel in, apart from Appa.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the
The problem is node 3 is going to be double this length because node 2 is probably going to get hacked again. And then node 3 is like make it or break it for agents at that point. So node 3 is going to be a long one. I'd suggest getting your drinks and food now.
I do wonder why no one is trying to put Cross Curtain Evan in this node.
maybe they just don't. Maybe sometimes there's just like something about like two people that you just don't register as a pair. Like I don't know, like something about them just doesn't register as a hacker pair. Just for weird reason. Like
I sort of like Evan Kurt Cross for node 2. Because then if that hacks, then Joel is essentially the agent. And
he
Appa's
would be
the hacker.
agent to Kurt. Because keep in mind, to Kurt, no matter what, if he gets in the node, he confirms an agent.
Well, Appa's been the only one leaving Joel out every time that Appa's shattered anything. Appa once.
You know what?
Bottom left.
Here's something to consider too. If Cross actually does allow right side to get propped here, then that means he's pretty much guarantees himself hammer if Kurt gets 3 out of 5.
No,
'Cause
but right side is a terrible prop for Cross. Because
Well,
if he's
what is-
agent, then he can still see Appa as agent, so he doesn't have anyone to go with no 3.
True, but the thing is, Kurt would see him as agent though. He'd have to be seen by Kurt as agent. That's also the thing too.
No, the board sees Joel as agent apart from Appa. Everyone else sees Joel as agent.
No, I'm saying if right side got propped and was hacked, then by process of elimination, Cross would have to be agent to Kurt.
Yeah.
And since due to
Ooh,
prop order,
Cross.
that makes.
Cross, you should never give up a second hack node this early. That's bad.
No.
This game is so
This is an
toxic.
impasse.
Well, to tell you the truth, I In all fairness, I kind of want Cross to do well since that's my teammate player, so no matter what, I just want Cross to do well, so that's the thing.
I do find it strange how if Cross is considering himself an agent, I think that's the first time he's ever put Kurt in something.
Cross is down with anything.
Okay, so it seems like
As long
Cross
as
is
Joel's in
number
there.
Yeah. Joel was the
Like,
second.
Cross needs
and
to
then
prop,
between-
Appa passes, and Joel gets hammer. That's what Cross wants.
Well, what's Joel propping though?
Right side. That's
Joel's
the thing.
fucking right.
That's
Yeah,
why he
'cause-
won't.
I think if Cross commits and Appa passes if he's agent or leaves it if he's hacker, I honestly think he will do that.
The thing is, though, I don't think you could like easily shift Joel off of right side because, you know, like you said, right side's one of those props. Even if it's not a good one, it's like one of those ones where certain people just have to try just to see, you know, like.
Yeah,
it
but
was
then
kind
you're essentially going all in. Then it's not Kurt Cross.
I mean, the thing is, like, I remember in the team leader game, like that was the thing when like, you know, bottom was being suggested. It was like we kind of all agreed, like, look, we're not completely sure if bottom's safe, but this is like the one we got to rule out. Like, we got to rule out these two hackers.
Evan, that's 3 people, not 2.
Well, the power play is Joel because both Evan and Cross want him in, and they're not putting each other in. But they keep both putting Joel in, so Joel gets to decide what this node is.
So interestingly enough, so obviously Cross isn't in any of Evan's props right now. So that's why Evan can't prop, because Joel would probably pass over Kurt, which means, yeah, okay, so I'm trying to do my hammer math here, like.
I think the onus is on Joel to do 3 of 5, and then yeah, if it doesn't pass round, then obviously there's something very, very wrong with it. But it should pass round back to him, then Evan can prop and Joel can have hammer.
Doesn't Kurt
The
want right
onus is on
side?
Joel.
What does Kurt want?
Kurt
You
wants
want-
right.
It's right side
So,
or top.
why can't Evan
Both
just
ways,
give it
okay.
to him? Sure, he might be a hacker, but he's already like signed off on putting Kurt in the node, so it shouldn't matter if Kurt gets hammer at this
Do you
point,
really
right?
wanna Give
think-
someone who proposed the hack node 1 the chance to propose a hack.
But I mean, you're all literally agreeing with it, so like, does it matter?
Okay, but here's the thing. If there's a chance of him being a hacker, then he could do the hacker strategy of propping something completely different. That way, you know, so you'd still want the node you were.
Yeah,
thinking of
that's
earlier.
true.
You
He
know,
could
that-
just be
that
sheeping to
hacker-
get the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially if he's doing this. Yep. Okay, I get it now.
The only problem with that is that both Cross and Evan both want Joel in their node.
Oh my god, the fact that he's trying to fucking change his proposal because like nothing's really happening here just seems kind of sus, you know.
I honestly do think it's on Joel to prop 3 of 5. Joel's the one who has to break the malaise because both Cross and Evan want him to have hammer and do something with it.
Backpedaling.
Yeah, but saying what I'm saying. Kurt can't get his hack node through, so it's gotta change his proposal to Cross so he can get the node 2 going through before anyone finds out who is who hacker at this point. That sounds pretty good to me.
This may end up being like a patience game between like who can last, either the agents or the hackers.
It's on Joel to do 3 of 5. I mean, Joel has to be the one to prop. Then it will pass around, and then Evan will actually leave hammer.
God,
with Joel.
TikTok. TikTok on the clock.
I believe we've been on this node for 30 minutes, maybe 35, but I don't think so. I think it's more than 30.
If Joel is any kind of smart, Joel actually props and breaks the deadlock.
Why is
he's-
Joel Cross's #1 agent? Why? I don't get it.
because he's in both Evan and Cross's props, so he gets hammer regardless.
What the fuck?
The thing is, sometimes like if someone's like getting propped the most, sometimes it's a good indicator of them being agent. Like,
Yeah, but the moment they get
he has to
in-
be
I
the
mean,
one
if
prop.
that's the only good reason, then like it's just not solid. enough
sometimes
to,
it's just like a vibe thing. Like sometimes just like based on things people say and stuff, you're just like, I gotta feel, you know, like.
Oh my god,
Her
why?
instant
like
pass.
He hasn't been saying anything, or he's just saying useless things that don't really amount to anything at this point. Like most of the people in this game at the moment that are doing right now.
Oh, Joel is Penguin, by the way. Okay, that's who it is. Sorry, I was trying to figure out who was who for a sec there. Yeah, Joel's Penguin, Cross's Flora, Evan's Doxy, Nappa's Cass. Which makes Kurt Jason.
Did you look at the other streams to figure that out, or?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, way to spoil it.
Well, I'm allowed to spoil, say who's who in terms of like players. I'm not allowed to say, who's hacker or agent.
Oh, okay.
Not again.
You mean not this one
I
time?
honestly,
You
I
said
actually
who
have
the hacker was, though.
I never said who the hacker was.
You did.
No, I didn't.
If,
I mean,
if
he-
Appa and
he-
Evan are hackers
Check
together,
them out.
that
He
is,
has said every
that
name,
is
so
good to say.
technically he has said the hackers.
Yeah. Good job, John.
What, you guys, no. Okay.
He's like, no.
Is anyone in the stream chat? Is anyone in the stream chat? Like, Kane stream chat on Twitch?
Yeah, there's chatters. We have chatters in the house.
Okay, chatters. Can you name the hackers, because...
All right, Mikey, who are the hackers? Let's go.
2 of these 5 people standing in the circle.
Are we sure it's the people that are like,
What?
He's answering questions from the fucking man in the hack, though. Why are they asking?
Why is Kurt asking Appa questions?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you ever ask the person that was in the hack node one with you a question
Game
like
sucks. This
that?
sucks
That is sus as
ass.
fuck.
I hate this game.
I mean, Kurt already
Evan
knows.
Appa, I like Evan Appa as sort of weird.
Evan Appa is what
It is,
Mikey
by the way,
thinks.
He's revealing himself as hackers to others, but it's not working.
I mean, Kurt,
It's
This is
Kurt
the
has-
mess you get into by not propping meta, right?
Kurt,
Because meta wasn't propped this game, so
Oh
it,
my god, meta
it
slave.
makes its infinite pass wars.
the question
Everyone
Kurt
just passes.
I can't believe they don't believe fucking no one's double, man. This game looks so strange. Like that's such a big
What Kurt
possibility.
just said makes me think that like if I was in this game as an agent, I would think Node One is a
Alex.
double.
Yeah, I
Hello. That was just so weird for Kurt to like address Appa like that. Like,
What's been going on? It's been 43 minutes and we're still on 2 out of 5 minutes.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it.
Node
That's what happens
One.
when you hack Node
Project
1.
Winter and
You
we're not
just-
even on Node 3.
The game just
No,
grinds to a
No,
halt.
the problem is that they didn't do meta for N1 Hammer, right? If they did meta, then
Doxy's ranting to us and he can't hear us.
Well, I've got him muted, so don't repeat anything he says, please.
I mute him too.
I don't want him spoiling.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to.
He's just complaining about people passing.
I mean,
Actually, I like. the
Yeah, I mean,
fact that
they've been in this node for almost 40
I
minutes
was
now.
gonna say, like literally, I played an entire game of Project Winter. It took 45 minutes and they're still on 2 out of 5 Node 2.
Project Winter.
Well, the onus is on Joel to prop because Joel is the agency looking one out of
I
Cross,
think
Evan, and Joel.
Evan should prop.
What's been going
Evan-
on? Can someone
Evan
let me
can
know what's
prop,
going
but
on?
it kind of then.
So for
Single
N1, they didn't do
Lacka.
Hammer. It was Appa, Kurt, N1, and because it was Appa, Kurt, N1, they don't want to leave Hammer on N1, so everyone's just
Right.
passing, basically.
Okay, is that
Cross
what's happening?
changed
He,
too.
he means meta. It
Joel
was
is
Hammer.
in both Cross and Evan's props, so therefore Joel should get Hammer, which means Joel has to propose next, and then it will pass around, and then Evan will leave Hammer and Joel, and then Node 2 will eventually happen. That's the way this game's got to go, but Joel is just refusing
So
to
this is
propose.
just a hacker win, is what you're telling me.
Well, unless it's super duper obvious and everyone's been proposing right side, which can be all agents, for the last 25 minutes.
right? So they've just been propping right.
Yeah, they still want this.
Joel is everyone's top agent except Appa.
Yeah.
Except for Appa.
Yeah, so therefore Joel proposes, it all passes around, and then Evan leaves it on Joel.
Honestly, Evan could have left Hammer on fucking Kurt like a long time ago, and this wouldn't have had to like go on for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. You should have
I'm
looked
kind of
bad on this
confused
and
why
everything.
I'm kind of confused why Doxy is attacking Cross over this. This is Joel's problem. That
Well,
Joel
Cross
needs to
brought
stop
it up. Cross attacked him with it.
Doxy, why? This is Joel's problem, not Cross.
Hmm.
Cross's problem is that if right side goes through and it hacks, if Cross is an agent, then he has no one to go with, no through.
Yeah, Evan's taking way too long. I don't know things like. See, if he fucking proposed the first time to give Kurt Hammer, then I don't think it would have been sus as much as he is right now.
Honestly, at this point,
As
someone
is.
needs to just commit to a prop.
Yeah.
That has to be Joel.
Why does it have to
And
be Joel? Why can't anyone else commit to a prop?
Because the thing is, no one is including Cross's prop, between Appa, Evan, and Joel, so Cross can't prop. Evan can't prop because then Joel will likely pass, over Kurt, who's not propping him, or if Kurt gets Hammer, Kurt could be sheeping Evan, and Kurt was in N1, so there's a problem there. It can't go to Appa because Appa was also in N1, and it's not, and 3-5 isn't going to Cross right now. So, because
Right.
Kurt's not
So
gonna win.
it's literally just Joel needs to just prop. What is Joel
Yeah.
propping?
Right.
Joel's right side.
Right. Okay.
So, good for us.
So everyone except Appa is propping Joel.
Yes.
Everyone is propping Joel apart from Appa.
So either what happens is Appa needs to flip on Joel, or Joel needs to prop.
Well, Joel props, and it passes around, and then Evan leaves it on Joel. And then we have
I
Valley.
mean, if Joel props, then Joel
Yep.
gets Hammer, unless some shenanigans.
Yeah,
happen.
exactly. I mean, the onus is on Joel, that if Joel props, Joel then gets Hammer.
Okay, but
This
here's
is
the
what
thing.
needs to happen.
Does Joel get Hammer if he props? Because
Doxy's
Yes.
no
because
Doxy.
Joel's
What is
propping
Appa
right
propping?
side.
What is Appa propping?
Appa's
Appa likes
propping
Cross.
Appa Evan.
Yeah.
Appa is propping Cross Evan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why doesn't Appa just prop and leave Hammer on Evan? If Joel props here.
Because Evan's
If Joel
propping right.
props, Kurt passes, Cross passes, Appa props, Evan has Hammer and props right side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here.
This is what we're
I don't
debating. If it
understand.
gets to this point, does Appa pass away from
I
Evan?
mean,
Listen.
even if it
Joel?
does, right side still goes through, right? No matter what she does, right side goes
Yeah,
through, unless one of
But
them
if Appa
flips.
passes, I think Appa is an agent. If Appa doesn't pass, then I think Appa's a hacker.
I said this 20 minutes ago, but I'm gonna say it again. If Evan really thinks right side is correct, then he should prop,
Yeah.
right?
If Evan's
Because
super
let's just
sure, then he should prop, yeah.
Yeah.
say hypothetically, right side is indeed all agent. The only way that it's going to get hammered out is if Evan props, because Cross and Apple will always prop, always pass if right side is indeed all agents, because everyone on the right side is propping right side. So Evan needs to prop in order for right side to go through, but he's not propping, which makes me a little bit frustrated because 3 people like right side, and for it to go through, Evan needs to be the one to prop, but he's just refusing to leave hammer on Kurt. Especially when Kurt has the same note as him.
Well, here's the thing. Kurt was only saying he has the same note as Evan, because because keep in mind, from Evan's point of view, Kurt could, if Kurt is the hacker, he could easily swap it, and do the negative strategy.
Yeah, but then if Kurt swaps it, then doesn't that just like out him as hacker?
Yeah, but it
Because
doesn't make
he's
Appa an
going-
agent, because everyone does
Well,
like
it doesn't
Appa
always
apart from
count.
Cross.
Oh, no, so now Cross is considering top.
Oh, Kurt said he was considering top. He said he was open to top.
See, Kurt
Kurt's
has
been
the
leaving
same
right.
stance as Evan, though. Like, Evan doesn't want Kurt having hammer. Kurt doesn't want Apple having hammer. It's just like a big fucking knot
That's why
in
it's the
a
onus
rope.
is on Joel.
Yeah, Joel.
I mean, even
Joel,
if Joel props
or
and then
Cross,
Cross
really,
gets it,
but
Cross is going to
bomb.
prop something that isn't right side. But by this point, it's probably going to go anti. Then anti will hack, and then you get to pick between Appa and Kurt. Since this is Kurt 2-1, so
This I know I could just fucking like leave any time and like.
I feel like
but
if
I want to watch it live, you know.
if Doxy is hacker with Appa, he probably lets right side go through.
I mean, Doxy.
I don't think he delays it for this long.
Doxy is
So-
doing lots of things. So this game is kind of.
If he's hacking with Kurt, then I don't see him delaying it this long either. So
I'm not too sure on that one, Mikey, but this one's probably a contender.
For one of the longest games.
One of the longest nodes.
Ah.
Just the node.
How long was Node 1?
Node 1 was like 5 minutes, less
it
than.
was, no,
Okay, so it's
no
literally been
passes.
40
It was
45
no
minutes.
passes, everybody propped, and it was over. So it
So it's
was
literally been almost 45 minutes.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Evan's saying Kurt's playing poorly for wanting Hammer.
I'm so confused by this game. Because Evan just said that Cross was agent, but because Cross isn't leaving Hammer on his agent, that he can't trust Cross.
Well, he does have a point. I think
mean,
if
that is
Evan is
true.
hacker with either Appa or Kurt, he lets right side go through.
Kurt-
It doesn't just
Kurt wants ham.
yeah, Kurt wants a hammer, and he's already shown that he'll do something other than right
He wants
side.
ham.
So Evan isn't wrong to not trust him with the hammer on this one.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, it's weird that nobody sees that.
But I don't think Doxy
Jesus
delays
Christ.
this long if
Joel.
he's hacking with
Oh my god, like
ask him
30 minutes ago, Evan asked Joel that same question.
Even
It's
fucking-
been so long, Joel forgot. They had to ask Evan the question back.
Joel forgot
Oh my god, dude, this game.
it's been 5 hours.
It's been so long. It's
this
been
is-
84 years.
Oh, I'm getting cramps. Guys, you didn't ask for hammer, you asked for ham. That's what I said.
Team
Oh,
Hams.
Yeah.
this is just
Kind of like
Way
I
too
thought we were
long.
supposed to be professional, you know.
professional.
Just
That's a
professional.
funny
Yeah,
joke.
professional.
Any of this
Screaming.
professional.
Yeah, there's nothing professional about anything we
professional.
do.
Screaming at each other 'cause you can't get your
must
own.
mean they're professional.
Yeah, we don't even have pros and prostitutes here. I mean, come on.
I mean,
I'm
does
getting
the Super Bowl take like 10 minutes for it then? You know, like does that take 10 minutes? Huh?
I'm getting
God, no.
actual I'm getting literal
Those
physical pain by watching
Yeah.
this.
Like
Yeah, I
this.
think we all are.
No, we might be getting
I'm,
to push the
I'm
narrative.
so bored.
Now, let's play some mainframe like right now.
We could play our own game and
Oh,
finish it
fine.
before this
With
game's
admin.
We can play
over.
like 4 mainframe games.
I could just like make this a
For
little
real.
box on the stream and then have our game be the real feature.
I mean, I'm down if you want to get it running.
See, I
No.
don't make my games prolonged like this. I am fat. Alright.
What is
This game
mobbing?
would be so much more easier, but Appa doesn't like Joel for whatever reason.
What is modding?
Why does Appa not like Joel if 3 other people like Joel? Surely Appa must like Joel.
I want to know how
No,
many.
wait,
Because
Joel
Appa-
shoots 3 players.
How-
Zappa's Cass.
Yeah, and Joel likes right side.
Joel was simping
Sure.
for Kurt, and then Kurt simped for Joel, and then Cross was like, "Oh yeah, I love Joel too." So like that could honestly mean that in one of those pairs, like Joel could be a hacker still.
I like that.
You don't just
Cross.
trust someone because everyone else trusts.
Please,
someone.
please,
Like,
prop
whenever-
cross. No.
That's not how it works.
What is modding?
Modding?
No, MALDI.
Molding.
Molding.
That's when your
Like-
hair is falling out. Or
It's when you're mad and balding. That's literally the definition.
Yeah.
You're mad and balding.
Okay.
you're getting old, so your hair is falling.
Because this game's been 84 years, so everyone is about to die of old age.
Well, it's also like whenever you stress out yourself, you go bald from that too. That's also a
You
thing.
grab
So
your head,
the,
you pull
the
your hair
angrier you
out.
get, the more
Yeah.
mad and like the more hair falls out because you're just stressing yourself.
Falling out too. Yeah.
Like 50 minutes ago.
Jack. 50 minutes ago.
So true.
Case.
This is so dumb.
I don't know, fucking like midlife. crisis.
Everybody's
Can't we
just so
commit
fucking
anti already?
stubborn.
Jesus.
Everybody's like, no, I'm not gonna prop. No, you prop. No, I'm not gonna prop. No, you prop. I'm not propping. You have to prop. I ain't gonna be the propper. You have to prop. But why aren't you propping? I am not propping. But you have to prop, otherwise I'm not propping. But you gotta prop before I prop.
Try to win the game anymore. They're trying to make them give up so they win.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
if after all this passing, someone disconnects and it has to be a scrap game.
Well,
Imagine
you know,
if they don't do anti and turns out node 1 is a double.
I will say it's a good thing that one of the teams got a replacement because I think Toxic Player was going to play for Jason. But he was like, I can only play for an hour. It's a really good thing that he decided to say no because he would have to leave right now.
Oh, we have a prop. We're gonna have a node 2.
Someone actually prop? Oh shoot! Heaven
Did
prop.
Holy
Did
shit!
Appa
Wait,
say why
really?
he went for Joel instead of Cross? Like, after
No,
he popped Cross?
I don't think so. He just propped and said, "This, I'm just doing this," and then Kurt's
Node
mad.
one's Probably double.
Evan, what is this logic?
Well, I do you see Evan being a hacker with either one of them? Seeing this has taken so long. and what side has easily
Evan,
gone through?
what are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey,
This-
man, I believe
So he wanted to sheep everybody off of it
There's
just to
no
do
way he
anti.
does that.
That's why he wanted Kurt not to have it, just to like get anti going.
Yeah.
There's literally no way this is seen as clean, right?
I mean,
There's no
Cross
way.
suggested it, so because he propped it and he believes in it and he's pushing it hard.
not everyone's.
This is a
Well,
bad
yeah, you
idea.
can push for it, but this I don't like that. I don't like
I mean, it says prop. Why can't he? Why can't you accept your own prop? I don't get that.
because like obviously it's probably not gonna.
But yeah, it's not going to go through, so it doesn't matter if you accept it or not because it's your prop.
I
Literally,
just
like,
don't like it. Okay, it's principle. It's principle. Okay.
what up, Phil?
Hey Phil, we're still on
Yeah,
that
we're still on that
too.
too.
Finally on hammer. Joel gets hammer, so this is all going to depend on
This is
Joel.
the longest
Holy
thing it's
shit,
ever
dude.
taken, and-
Phil,
Hammer.
tell them they have a time limit of 10
Oh my
minutes
God.
left.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left.
10 minutes left until the game has you.
Well, I want to do that. I can't just implement a time limit though, just because this one specific game is taking too long, because that wouldn't be fair to other games that took too long, or it wouldn't be fair to future games because they won't be able to have the same amount of time. It's not
Wait.
like that.
Wait, but
And,
Phil,
like-
that's literally what happened the last tournament, Phil.
Yeah, I know, but every tournament has been a learning experience, and I feel like we can't impose a time limit. Well, we can actually, but we can't.
not
impose
healthy
a
for the
time limit
game.
on this game specifically because these players are playing like there isn't a time limit, and there isn't a time limit to be fair. I think it's a different story if they go into the game knowing that there's a time limit, compared to imposing one midway through. Well, I wouldn't say
Holy
midway.
shit, dude!
Okay,
What
so
a
like
legend!
I said,
What a legend! Oh, I can't believe it, dude.
Oh my God.
I can't believe it.
Dark
That
State.
was
Cross and Kurt
incredible.
were both suggesting it too for the longest time.
Why did he have to fucking go and like do all of that and then lose? So my
Okay,
team also
you know why this
fucking
happened?
loses? Fuck.
You know why this happened?
Why?
First off, Evan's refusal to prop right side.
Mhm.
Second, Appa and Evan just prop out of the blue and try to force something. And then Evan switches up his prop last second and accepts. This is
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a bad look.
he should have kept right.
Yeah, keeping right was definitely the play.
Man.
It was a bold move, but it didn't pay off.
You know, I was gonna come in here saying, Lamau, it's been an hour and they're only on node 2. But it turns out that I joined at the perfect time. Genuinely the perfect time.
Yes.
Hey, August.
All of that just for that to happen. Why would you switch props there? I don't get it. That you even convinced me that Evan Appa was just not the thing because it took so fucking long and right side was gonna go through.
It's understandable why he wouldn't, but once everyone saw that they couldn't like get hammer through at that point, Evan should have just fucking right side.
Appa had cross sheep because Cross could still see Appa as Asian. He was the only one. That would have been like the perfect way to do it.
I'm just
Definitely hacker win if Evan proposes like when he should.
All he has to do is just.
Well,
All he has
well,
to do is just.
well, Alex, we got a point ahead of Nassim's team, or not a point. Like we're not a point ahead, obviously, but you know,
Yeah,
we got a point
yeah,
and they
that's
didn't.
true.
That's
Mystic
fucking
still won
sucks, man.
though.
But Nassim's in first, so it's more important to beat her right now.
Huxley was doing so good.
All he
Doing
has
so
to do
good.
is just press right.
You don't need to beat Nassim. You just need to sabotage her so she
He was
doesn't win.
carrying my team and then threw right after, so I lose all hope.
Alright, I'm gonna undeafen him because the game's over. They're not gonna
Oh, yeah.
refuse this. So I think it's okay to undeafen.
Yeah, even Doxy's
Also,
pushing this through.
Hello, Doxy. Yeah, I
Hi.
unmuted him a while ago.
Hey.
That's rough.
I propose.
Hell of a game. At least it's over.
GG.
Yeah,
This was a game.
I couldn't
that
carry.
we played.
I think
All
you
you have to do is
switching
just keep right
was
side.
the nail in the coffin for them. If
Yeah,
you would have
we were
kept right, I
carrying.
think it would have worked out.
Nah, it's just no.
All you had to do was so right side because Cross could still see Appa as Asian.
No. It was Joel. Just got he. I mean, he didn't get lucky. I think he was. I mean, top was always a prop that was probably gonna.
I feel like a lot of people were leaning towards right though, but I can get the kind of position you were in was a little bit tricky because I feel like if you had the impression of trusting Kurt too much, then that would have been like.
Yeah, there were just a lot of things in that game that I.
Also, too, it's kind of like one of the bad backer positions almost because it's like it's like Appa wasn't trusting you or it wasn't apparently trusting you, so he couldn't like leave you hammer. You weren't trusting him, so it wouldn't make sense for him to leave you hammer. And Cross wasn't doing 3 out of 5. So
Well, you just have to if you're gonna. Okay, so like. I thought.
Appa just had to like Joel a bit more. That was all that had to happen.
Well,
yeah, but the thing is, Joel wasn't liking Appa, so it wouldn't make sense. Still, it's kind of that thing.
Yeah, but Cross was liking Appa. That's the
Appa
whole
would have needed to
premise.
sheep to Joel.
And,
like,
and right
actually.
side was always being shown.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
GG.
yeah. I don't know.
Because if Cross still likes Appa after right side goes through node 2 and it hacks, then yeah, is Appa actually an agent and Cross is just buddying up with him? That would have been the better play.
I don't know. I think, after the Node 1 hack, I think Appa kind of flopped a little.
Yeah,
So
I
kinda
feel like
had to-
Appa was
I
kind
had to.
Appa was asking some good questions here and there, but like I don't know, it just felt like he was being read the least as agent in that part. So
Well, it got railroaded by the whole right side apart from Cross, who actually kind of liked him and tried to keep him involved in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to.
Also, it didn't make any sense why he just didn't like Joel.
Yeah.
As long as he kind of shows Joel is still in his thoughts, then he
if you're
can
gonna-
sort of get that and then have
I'm
right
gonna
side
see
go
how
through.
Cass is doing real quick.
If you're gonna hack Node 1, like that's. I think it's a strong play. It's just.
It was fine, but
Yeah.
for some reason he just kind of turned off of Joel and just kind of stuck with you and Cross. It was kind of like, well, why
Yeah.
would you never consider Joel then?
It was just when I had my first interaction with him after Node 2, he asked me a question. And then I answered his question, but then he never followed up with it. I had to go off that read the rest of the game as if I was agent. That was rough. That was rough to have to do that. Because he asked me like something about why I liked Cross, and I said I liked that Cross, did this, and then he never spoke to me about that ever again. I was like, well, you never responded back to me as if you were curious about my role. So it's like an agent would be more curious about the questions he's asking. So I had to, if you're gonna hack Node 1 and then ask a question to your hacker partner and then not follow up, like I wanted to have that conversation, but we didn't have it. So
I just
I
feel like
wanted to have that
if he
back and
if he
forth.
just kept an open mind on everyone who wasn't Kurt, then
Yeah.
there was like pretty much it was going to be like top or bottom was going to be third choice between right side and Joel having. If
Yeah.
Joel was going to get hammer regardless because he was in you and Cross's prop both times, right?
Yeah.
So Joel was like the agent. But you could have taken away top and bottom from him and left him right side or left plus Joel. Because Cross was really rather helping trying to get left side in with Joel.
Yeah.
All I had to do was just like Joel a bit more and just not freeze him out.
Yeah.
And then that way, either Joel makes a decision, he doesn't consider top or bottom, he considers doing triangle or right side.
Anyway,
That could have.
There were a couple
I'm surprised,
things.
I'm surprised you didn't try and just let it happen.
The right
When
side.
right side dominant
Yeah.
thing that was going to probably go through.
But I think what I was trying to do that game, I was trying to get Cross to prop, like saying like, "Hey, I am agent. You need to let Hammer be on an agent," you know. But he just like was so dead set on not leaving Hammer on me.
Yeah, because he liked Joel more than you. So
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I was just like, I'll leave Hammer on Joel. Like, if you prop and Appa props, I'll fucking give him Hammer if you really want me to. Like, I would have followed through on that too.
Yeah, I mean, Joel was going to get hammer there anyway because he was
yeah.
the preferred choice.
Yeah, I'd leave him Hammer. You know, like I would have followed through on that as well.
But having
like,
Appa prop there instead of we wanted either you or Joel to prop for 3. Because Kurt was, Kurt was considering top, but Joel wasn't. But no one could get hammer to Joel without someone else propping. So.
I thought maybe like what I would have tried. I think maybe on Note 2 I should have maybe been like, Kurt has been like, oh, well, it could be top, oh, it could be right, oh, it could be, this. I probably should have spun that off a little more. As being like,
it just seemed like the hackers were playing a bit too close because Appa didn't like Joel pretty much the entirety of that, and you just didn't like Cross and Kurt as a prop with yourself. So it kind of felt a bit closed. You kind of closed yourself off from avenues where you could kind of just hide.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's kind of a bit too set. But
yeah, I don't know. I probably could have. I don't know what I could have done. I don't know what I could have done. It was, yeah.
I mean, everyone kind of attached to Joel, which kind of made it difficult.
After like 5 passes around, why don't you just go ahead and prop right side?
Okay, so like the logic is Node 1 could be 2 hackers. Node 1 is hacked. Like the numbers are pretty. You're going to be at least 2 agents outside of Node 1, at least. It could just be all 3. So you don't prop it. You don't leave Node 1 hammer again. Node 1 doesn't get hammer, so I'm not propping. I'm not giving Kurt hammer.
Okay. Let's say hypothetically, Doxy, that right side was all agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only way that's going to go through, if right side is indeed all agent, is if you prop and give Kurt hammer, because otherwise the 2 hackers outside of the node of the 3 agents who are all propping correctly, mind you, they're just going to keep on passing. And if you absolutely refuse the prop, there's no way that N2 is going to be right.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true, which is why I was like trying to say like I'm in a tough position. I was like, that's why I was in a tough position. Because I was like, I don't want to leave hammer on Node 1. I was kind of saying that throughout the game. But
here's the thing.
So that's why I was trying to pin Cross as hacker. I was like, well, Cross is just not propping because he doesn't want to leave hammer on what is potentially 2 agents to him. That makes no sense for Cross to do that. And I was trying to spin that off, but it didn't seem to work. So
well, here's the thing. If 3 people are propping the exact same prop, don't you think that should go through?
If Doxy's,
I probably should have propped right side. I probably should have just stuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, you could have probably had it had you not just then decided to switch to anti.
Yeah.
When Joel finally got hammered.
It's fine. That last prop, all you had to do is stick with the right side. But all of a sudden
all you have to
push
do
like
is just
anti out
basically
of
murder the
nowhere.
guild, so.
I don't know. It just seemed like a really bad play to me. Just like all of a
Yeah.
sudden pushing the anti, saying this is it, and then it creates so much unnecessary pressure, and that unnecessary pressure like puts like deems you as hacker.
Yeah.
Right side was the best one you could have done there because keeping Appa alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Cross,
also
Cross could still see
it's what you've been
Kappa as
doing this
agent
entire game.
when the whole of right side decided he was hacker. So.
Like you never said once that you were considering anti, right?
No,
You're
I did. Yeah.
Well, it's like you were always propping right side. I don't know, for like 12 passes, you prop right side, and then when you're giving hammer to Joel, you're like, okay, it's time to switch to anti, and then
Yeah.
Joel, don't mess it up, it's anti.
Yeah. I mean,
And now all of a sudden, Joel's like, oh crap, I was going to do right side, but now
yeah.
since whoever you are,
Yeah. I mean, I just couldn't carry. I
I
couldn't.
think
I
well,
couldn't.
it wasn't just you. Appa, everyone saw Appa as hacker, right? Why?
No, apart from Cross.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense. Just
I couldn't.
pick one.
Yeah. I couldn't. I couldn't carry. I couldn't carry that game, unfortunately. I couldn't get in my. That was very difficult for me to get in the node too.
I mean, I think right. It actually wasn't difficult for you to get in.
The key interaction which sealed the deal for me is, I when I'm hacker, I try to play as if I'm agent, right? I mean, everyone does, but like when so I'm talking with Appa, Appa asks me a question, and then if I was agent, I answer the question, and then Appa just leaves it. He doesn't say. He doesn't respond to it.
One problem is I don't think Appa played correctly, or I didn't think Appa played the best that he could have. And the second problem I would have to say is N2 went on for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to get. I was trying to be like, I'm kind of just like, okay, I'm over it, but like, anyway. Yeah,
I mean, it was a tough battle
like,
of like patience
Joel.
and stamina, honestly.
So here's another interesting thing, Doxy. That node went on for like 40 minutes or whatever, right? All three of the people on the right side still liked right side after like 40 minutes. What does that tell you? They could all be agents.
Yeah.
So as agent, if you're playing as agent, you have to be like, oh shoot.
Yeah,
if
but
right side's all agent, then Kurt has to have hammer.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
It got to the point where as soon as Appa props, then right side is no good because Appa's basically giving up, and he's in a 1v1 versus Kurt.
Yeah,
that
prop from Appa is pretty bad.
All Appa had to do is just sort of not close Joel out of the entirety of node 2, and then he has a perfectly valid reason just to leave it on Joel. And Joel will either go right side or put him across him, and he doesn't consider top of button.
Definitely has reasons to not like Joel. I mean, Joel basically latched on the Kurt, like, kind of right after Node 1 for not much reason. When Appa was trying at the beginning of Node 2, while Kurt was just sitting there doing nothing, quiet.
Yeah, well, that's no reason just
Joel's
to freeze him out
I
from
love
the
him.
entirety
And
of
then
your
Kurt
props.
says, "You're my #1 agent. Have a badge."
That's not a reason to freeze him out of every single time you shadow. You're just going to take bottom left.
I feel like I do the same
Especially
thing.
when Cross as an agent is
That's
keeping
what I
you
do.
alive and can still see you as an agent in that scenario.
It's just an
Oh, well.
unfortunate situation.
When Cross wants
I probably should have just went ahead and propped right
you should have just let right side go.
Yeah, I should have propped
He
right
definitely would have won that game. With that.
If you let right side
Well,
go
I
there,
don't know
Cross
about
will
that.
also-
No. If right side gets propped, I still have.
They would have gone top on node 4, I think, because node 3 probably would have gone green. I think agents still would have won that game.
Node 3 would have Cross.
Like the agents were pretty together that game.
Well, Cross would have had hammer on that too.
Or you
But
definitely
Cross
could have
liked
beaten
Appa,
down
so-
fucking Joel for Node 3. I bet you could have.
I mean, I think if Appa steps up just a little bit, the game's one for hackers. You know, given
Well-
that F2 is hacked.
It's just, I mean, you got to have more agenty interactions. You just have to have more agenty interactions. If you ask questions, and if you're asking a question as an agent, you need to be able to have the reason for it, right? Like why are you asking this question? If I were to have that interaction with you, you can't just ask the question, let me answer, and then just spam chat with something else, you know? Like that's I mean, that's kind of just doesn't really work. And so when I had that interaction with him on Node 2 about Cross, there was a specific interaction with him I had with him about Cross, and he just dropped it as soon as he asked the question. I answered, he dropped it. I was like, okay, well, if I was agent, I'd be like, hello? Did you not want to talk about this more? What's the deal? If I was agent in that situation, I'd be like, well, yeah, I guess Appa has to be hacker, you know, because you don't just ask questions like that and then just start spamming chat with other things, you know. That doesn't feel agenty to me if I was agent in this scenario, right?
Regardless of all that, I do believe that you would have won that game.
No.
Yes,
It
you
would've
would
been-
have.
if right side was propped,
Joel was
the one way we would have won is if I could have convinced Cross and Joel that Node 1 was double. If I convinced Cross and Joel that Node 1
You
was
wouldn't have
double,
had to.
You don't
'cause
exactly
Cross
have to
was
do
saying
that.
Appa
He either
is,
say it's
agent.
Joel or Kurt, and then wouldn't matter because he's obviously not gonna put Node 1 in his Node 3 after 2 fucking hacks.
yeah. Anyway, I'm
He
done
picked
talking.
between you or Joel.
Yeah.
You can beat Joel down and you get in Node 3 easy. Or you
I'm
can
done
stop
talking.
it.
Yeah, I'm done
Yeah.
talking about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go play DVD.
You did good though, Doxy.
Yeah.
It was a tough long battle, you know.